Good day, everybody. Today we're going to talk about the show Blood of Zeus. It's on Netflix again. A lot of stuff we cover is on Netflix, basically because there's really nothing new coming out in the theaters right now that we can watch. And so we're going to cover Blood of Zeus. As you can see, it's another animation, and the animation is very well good. It's very good. Like the background is very detailed, the cities, the dirt, and the people are until they start moving. It says something about the humans, and when they move, it seems like they're kind of stiff on screen. It just doesn't really seem natural for the most part. However, after a while, you get used to it, and it really doesn't hamper the show at all. So I don't really know. I know the basics about Greek gods. And this is basically covers all the Greek gods in a way. The main storyline, there's really two storylines of this. The main storyline is between Zeus and Hera. And as you know, as many of you probably know, in the Greek mythology, Zeus, he kind of likes his mortal women. And in Hera, she doesn't like that at all. She gets kind of jealous of these women that he has affairs with. And this is the case here where Zeus, he has a son named Heron. And when Hera finds out, she gets upset with Zeus. And she tries to basically destroy his son Heron and his mother. And creates a war between the gods. And as she's out there trying to destroy Heron and his mother, Zeus is wanting to help. But the other gods are kind of preventing him because he's not allowed to interfere with fate. And while Hera's trying to kill Heron, she's not really doing anything with her magical powers. She's just using influence on the people on Earth to do it, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Hopefully. Anyways, and the second storyline is you got these things called giants. Now, I'm not really familiar with that part of the Greek mythology, so I don't know if the giants really existed. I do know about the Titans, but not the giants. So supposedly there was a big war between the gods and the giants, and when the giants lost, if a human kind of ate the flesh of one of these giants, they would turn into like a demon. So we have this guy, if I look on my notes, because I have a hard time pronouncing his name, named Seraphim, I believe is how you pronounce his name. And he kind of eats the flesh of one of these giants and becomes like a demon, and he's just running roughshod all over the country and killing all these nobles. And he has a pretty good backstory for a villain. Now Heron, the hero, of course, not only was he the son of Zeus, and again, I've never heard of Heron in any of the stories. You don't know about Hercules and the other good ones, and the other ones, but Heron, it's always escaped me, so I'm not know if he's a true story. I don't know how accurate this follows the Greek mythology, in other words. But anyways, Heron, he was born his mom was a queen, and he actually had a twin, but he was born from Zeus, and his twin brother was actually born from the king. And the king, seeing that he wasn't his own son, tried to kill him and his mother. And Zeus was able to interfere and rescue them, and he sends them off to this village where they're by themselves. And they're very hated from the people, basically because as soon as they arrive, you had this big cloud cover over this city, and like the sun never shines, so they say that they're the curse of it. So they pretty much treat him and his mother very poorly during this time. And then we got this third character who's a woman named Alexia, and she's kind of like a general, I guess, or a captain. And she's out. Her and her men are out trying to defeat Seraphim, and her group pretty much gets destroyed, and it's just her, and she kind of teams up with Heron eventually, and they go out trying to stop Seraphim from his destruction. And those two stories between the thing with Hera and Zeus and what's going on Earth with Seraphim against Heron, to kind of interconnect, as Hera kind of recruits Seraphim to do her bidding, and he kind of takes her advice. And so that's basically the story in a nutshell. This show is very bloody for a cartoon or for animation. When they cut off somebody's arms, you see the bone and stuff, so they kind of make it as graphic as they possibly can. This storyline is very well written, very well written. You get to meet some funny characters. You get to see what kind of like what slavery was like back in the Greek culture, what they kind of how they viewed it. Some of it is you get a little bit of hint of the gladiators as well. No gladiator big battles, but you meet some guys who are like gladiators, I believe. What's their story? At least it's hinted at. See what else? The Greek gods, you actually get to see their characteristics. Those, from what I do know of Greek mythology, seem very accurate. You get a big battle between the Greek gods and the giants, not only in the first episode, but later on in the later episodes. And it's called The Blood of Zeus. I mean, it's not really about Zeus's real blood. Of course, it's about his son. So it's about, it's about his son. But Zeus does bleed in this. And so does Hera. I mean, it's what happens to these two later on is like very dramatic. And you kind of see their relationship. And it's basically much like mythology, how they love each other. But Zeus is kind of, he kind of has a wandering eye. And this plays out throughout the whole series, and at the end, there's a chance where they meet up and they're fighting. And well, I don't want to really. I'm trying to do this without any spoilers, but it's a good ending. Let's say believe one of them does lose a hand in the end. Which makes this really good is that the heroes really do get hurt, and you can really doubt, what's going to be the outcome on all those people that you're rooting for, and also for Sephiroth too, because he does have some redeeming qualities. They do have a little story arc. We do kind of feel sorry for the guy, but what he does at the beginning of the series makes it hard to have any sympathy for him. So yeah, this is another one I would recommend. As you can tell on our channel, we recommend a lot. I don't know if we've ever not recommended anything, to be honest. We're pretty easy to satisfy. As long as it's entertaining to us, we like it. We can pretty much bear anything, even if the acting's really bad. But which is not, I should say, is not in the case of this episode at all. So I enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll enjoy it if you watch it. And until next time, have a great day. Bye.